Hello, this is Elizabeth Griffin, the Black Romance Writer, and welcome back to my channel. I want to talk to you today about legal romances. I have decided to create a line of books, a series of books featuring divorce attorneys and putting them in the role as the protagonist or the main character and just showing you the dynamics of divorce court, of divorce attorneys, and just showing love relationships in that type of environment. I have noticed over the years that certain types of books do really well in the romance line. Do you recall the Navy SEAL series and how popular those books were? Or the billionaires, how everyone was writing a story about a billionaire? Or what about books about the alpha male or the extremely popular Mafia series? I wanted to create a line of books in that same vein. So I have decided to feature divorce attorneys and in all their glory and in all their dysfunction. The reason I have focused on law and divorce attorneys is because I've been watching The Lead Attorney, and some of the stories he has mentioned on his YouTube channel have fascinated me. And he also has been breaking down the law and certain documents and just going into great detail about law. And I found it, as I said, fascinating. Did you know that in the state of Texas, you can have a divorce trial by jury or by judge? I didn't know that, but I found out that information through doing research and through watching The Lead Attorney. And trust me, you won't believe this. Do you know that a husband can sue his wife's lover for alienation of affection in a divorce trial? Didn't know that either. But these details I find fascinating, and I think they would make wonderful, entertaining reading for the audience. And so therefore, I intend to use some aspects of what I've learned through watching The Lead Attorney and through doing research about divorce and about marriage in my books. So I will be able to inform and educate my reader as well as entertain them and shock them, because some of the things I am hearing are just unbelievable. Are you aware that if you want your future spouse to sign a prenuptial agreement, that person needs to do it at least 6 months ahead of time? Because if you have them sign that document on the day of the wedding or even a couple of days before the wedding, that the document could be thrown out because the person can claim that they were under duress or that they were pressured into signing the agreement? Didn't know that either. Marriages can be messy, 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 and so can divorces. But in reading my books, I will give you some insight and let you see the do's and don'ts of marriage and divorce. So I wanted to create a line of books featuring these people, whether they be judges or lawyers or legal clerks or paralegals, whatever their field or occupation. I thought it would be interesting to feature them in books and also to highlight the different areas of law. It could be marriage or divorce or family law. Another reason I wanted to write these type of books is because I wanted to give the young reader an idea of the complexities of marriage and of divorce and what it takes to survive. And I just wanted to give a realistic view of that part of life. So, I'm obviously not a lawyer, therefore I need to do my research. The latter part of this video will focus on how to write a legal romance. But before I jump the gun, pun intended, I want to define legal romance. It is a story, a love story, that is centered around the legal system. that features a heroine and a hero, the female and male protagonists. It also will feature a particular area of law. And in my case, it will be divorce law. But you could also focus on family law. It depends on what type of story you are willing to tell. The settings in these stories will be either the courthouse, the law firm, the judge's chambers, the legal library, the police station. Your tales can even take place in academia, law schools, or colleges, or universities. It is definitely up to you. Here are 4 tips for writing a legal romance. 1, do your research, which translates into reading legal thrillers, reading legal dramas, also watching legal procedural programs, as well as reading nonfiction books. This will orientate you in the world of the legal system. Number 2, write complex characters. Yes, even though this is a legal romance, a category romance, a romance with about 200 pages of writing, you want to fascinate your readers. You want to have them care about your characters, and you want your characters to be interesting and to be 3-dimensional. You want them to have a dark side as well as a light side. You want to expose your readers to their flaws as well as their strong traits. You may even want to show good versus evil in some of your stories. You may want to show moral positions and moral stances. You may even want to blur the lines between good and evil. You may want to put your characters in positions where they have to make uncomfortable decisions. For example, in my story, A Kamani Christmas, I have a love story featuring a divorce attorney and a pastry chef. And my divorce attorney is very jaded and very cynical. He has seen so many divorces and he has seen so much drama and heartache that he doesn't truly believe in love. He thinks all marriages will eventually end, and he sees no reason to commit himself to a woman or to marriage. However, this is a love story, and with a love story comes the happily ever after. So you will see his journey. You will see his character arc from the beginning of the story to the end of the story. When writing your legal drama or legal romance, you will also want to show your protagonist's personal life. So in the case of my pastry chef, you will see her with her family. You will see her in her occupation. You will also see my divorce attorney at work, and you will see that he doesn't have a personal life, which is not very conducive to being happy. The last tip in writing your legal romance is to populate your story with interesting minor characters. Have them interact with your main characters. Also, give these minor characters interesting subplots because it takes a full cast to make your story interesting. So, as always, thank you for joining me on my platform. Please leave comments and questions. I would be delighted to answer them. And until next time, I'm wishing you love, peace, joy, and happiness. As always, bye-bye.